you were waiting for the $1 billion. Right, ladies and gentlemen, in continuing with our speeches here today, I now have the pleasure of inviting our chief guest to speak a few words. The Honorable Wijeyadasa Rajapakshe, President's Counsel, is a Sri Lankan lawyer and politician. He's the current Minister of Justice, Prison Affairs and Constitutional Reforms, and previously served in the same ministry from 2015 to 2017. He was appointed as the Member of Parliament from May 2004 to 2010, and he was elected to Parliament following in the 2015 presidential election. He briefly held the portfolio of Minister of Higher Education and Cultural Affairs in May 2018, and in 2012, he was elected President of the Association of Sri Lanka. We're truly delighted to have with us as our chief guest. Please put your hands together for the Honorable Dr. Wijeyadasa Rajapakshe.
Good morning, dear foreign dignitaries, dear organizers and participants. Today I am honored to address you on a subject of utmost importance, the significance of cybersecurity in an age where our world is becoming increasingly connected through technology. Understanding the critical role of cybersecurity is more vital than ever. We will delve into several facets of this topic, ranging from the local to the global, to understand the multifaceted importance of cyber protection. Significance of cybersecurity for a country. First and foremost, let us appreciate the profound significance of cybersecurity at a national level. We often take for granted the intricate web of interconnected digital infrastructure that underpins our modern way of life. From the uninterrupted supply of electricity to the seamless operation of transportation system, from reliable healthcare service to stable financial market, these crucial systems are heavily reliant on technology. Any breach or disruption of these systems can lead to catastrophic consequences, jeopardizing the very stability and prosperity of a nation. Imagine a scenario where cyber attacks successfully target a country's civil infrastructure, causing massive disruption in power grid, transportation, and healthcare system. This would not only inconvenience citizens but also have cascading effects on the economy, potentially leading to widespread panic. It's essential to acknowledge that this is not just a theoretical possibility, but a real and present threat. Impact on the world by cyber attacks. The impact of cyber attacks extends far beyond the borders of individual nations. Accordingly to cybersecurity ventures, global cybercrime losses are projected to reach a staggering US dollars 10.5 trillion annually by 2025. To put this into perspective, in 2022, global losses due to cyber crime reached colossal sum of US dollars 8 trillion. Let us break down the categorization of these losses for the year 2022 by the type of cyber attacks. Phishing attacks, which involves sending fraudulent emails or text messages, impersonating legitimate sources such as banks or credit card companies, accounted for US dollars 4.3 billion in losses in 2022. The objective is to deceive the victim into clicking on a malicious link or opening an attachment, enabling the installation of malware on the victim's device. Malware attacks, which are the broad spectrum attacks involving malicious software that can damage or disable computers and devices, cause losses of US dollars 2.7 billion in 2022. Malware can be introduced through various means, including clicking on a malicious link opening an attachment or downloading an infected file. Data breaches. Unauthorized access or theft of sensitive data, such as personal information, financial data, or trade secrets, led to loss of US dollars 2.4 billion in 2022. These data breaches can result from a range of factors, including system vulnerabilities, hacking, and social engineering. Ransomware attacks involving the encryption of a victim's computer or device with a demand for a ransom payment in exchange for the decryption key accounted for US dollars 1.8 billion loss in 2022. Business email compromise attack, where fraudulent emails appear to be from company executives or trusted sources, cost US dollars 1.7 billion in losses 2022. The aim is to trick the recipient into transferring money or revealing confidential information. Other attacks. Other forms of cybercrimes encompassing identity theft, intellectual property theft, denial of service attacks, and more amounted to 2.1 billion US dollars in losses in 2022. Cyber attacks in South and Southeast Asia. The vulnerability of our region, South and Southeast Asia, is striking. According to Kaspersky Global IT Security Risk 2023 report, this region bore the brunt of cyber attacks in 2022, with countries like India, Vietnam, and Indonesia suffering the most. The phishing, malware, and ransomware emerge as the most common types of cyber attack. Phishing attacks mimicking legitimate sources in fraudulent emails or text messages constituted 38% of cyber crime losses in South and Southeast Asia in 2022. Phishing attacks aim to trick victims into clicking on malicious links or opening attachments to install malware on their devices. Malware attacks contributed to 30% of cybercrime losses in this region. Malware, a broad term encompassing malicious software, can damage or disable computer and devices. It can infiltrate systems through various means. Ransomware attacks were responsible for 22% of cybercrime losses in this region in 2022. These attacks involve encrypting a victim's computer or device and demanding a ransom payment in exchange for the decryption key. Other attacks, data breaches, business email compromise, and denial of service attacks comprises 10% of cybercrime losses in the region 2022. Sri Lanka readiness to face cyber threats. Now let us turn our attention to Sri Lanka's readiness to confront the growing challenge of cyber threats. The country has established a robust legal framework to address cyber crimes and protect personal data. Computer Crimes Act number 24 of 2007. This comprehensive legislation criminalizes a wide range of cyber offenses, including unauthorized access to computer system, data breaches, hacking, malware attacks, and many more. It has been enforced since 2007 and has been instrumental in prosecuting numerous cybercrimes. Personal Data Protection Act number 9 of 2022. This act passed in March last year is expected to come into force in this year. It sets out rigorous requirements for the collection, use, storage, and disclosure of personal data. Moreover, It grants individuals the right to access, correct, and delete their personal data. The implementation of these laws is not just a formality, it is a significant step in safeguarding our nation's data and infrastructure. Furthermore, it brings Sri Lanka closer to international standards on data privacy and security. To oversee the implementation of the Personal Data Protection Act, Sri Lanka has established Data Protection Authority, DPA, comprising a board of experts from law, engineering, accounting, and information technology. Although the DPA is not yet fully operational, the government has made substantial progress in setting it up. In July this year, the government appointed a 7-member board directors for DPA. DPA is expected to commence full operations in early 2024 with vital responsibilities such as developing guidelines, investing complaints, imposing penalties, and raising awareness of data protection rights and among individuals and organizations. The establishment of a DPA is a monumental milestone for data protection in Sri Lanka. It is poised to play a pivotal role in ensuring the protection of personal data and giving individuals control over their personal information. Until it becomes fully operational, organizations in Sri Lanka are still required to comply with the provisions of the Personal Data Protection Act that have already come into effect. This includes obtaining consent from individuals before collecting, using, or disclosing their personal data. Additionally, there are several other laws in Sri Lanka that may be relevant to cybercrimes and data protection, such as the Electronic Transaction Act number 19 of 2006, the Intellectual Property Act number 36 of 2003, Telecommunications Act number 27 of 1996, and the Payment Devices Fraud Act number 30 of 2006. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka introduced the Banking Act Directions number 16 of 2021 to strengthen technology risk management and resilience for licensed banks. Additionally, ICTA and Sri Lanka CERT issued the Information Security Policy for Public Institutes in Sri Lanka in 2022, providing a framework to protect public institute information and system from cyber threats. Moreover, Sri Lanka is in the process of drafting a new Cyber Security Act, expected to further bolster the country's legal framework to combat cyber crimes and protect personal data. Organizations upholding cyber security in Sri Lanka. Now let's take a closer look at the key organizations established by the government to uphold cyber security in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka CERT, Computer Emergency Readiness Team, as the national focal point for coordinating responses to cyber incidents. Sri Lanka CERT plays a pivotal role in ensuring the cyber security of critical information infrastructure. It leads in responding to and mitigating cyber threats. FinCERT, Financial Sector, Computer Security Incident Response Team. Focusing on the financial sector, FinCERT is dedicated to enhancing the cybersecurity posture of financial institutions and safeguarding sensitive financial data. Cybercrimes Unit. This specialized unit within the Sri Lanka Police is tasked with investigating and prosecuting cybercrimes. Its expertise is vital in identifying and bringing cyber criminals to justice. National Child Protection Authority. This authority is dedicated to the safety and protection of children under 18. It plays a critical role in combating crimes against minors, including those that occur in digital spaces. Each of these organizations play a distinct and indispensable role in upholding cybersecurity in Sri Lanka, contributing significantly to the nation's resilience against cyber threats. Contribution of the tech industry. To conclude, it's essential to recognize the critical role that the tech industry in Sri Lanka can play in enhancing the country's cybersecurity posture. The technological sector can actively contribute in several ways. Developing and deploying cybersecurity solutions. Technological firms can innovate and deploy cybersecurity solutions to protect the nation's critical infrastructure, business, and individual from cyber attacks. This encompasses the development of new security technologies such as all-powered intrusion detection system and the improvement of existing technologies like firewalls and encryption. Educating and training the public. The tech industry can participate in public awareness campaigns, educational programs, and training sessions for business and individuals. By enhancing digital literacy and cybersecurity knowledge, we can empower citizens to protect themselves and their organization. Collaborating with government and law enforcement. Tech companies can form partnership with the government and law enforcement agencies to combat cybercrimes. This involves sharing information about cyber threats, developing joint strategies, and assisting in investigation and prosecutions. Supporting cybersecurity research and development. By funding research projects, providing access to data and resources, and collaborating with academic researchers, the tech sector can advance the field of cybersecurity. Research and development are key to developing innovative solutions that stay ahead of evolving cyber threats. To illustrate the tech sector's potential role, consider these examples. A cybersecurity company could develop an all-powered intrusion detection system that aids business in identifying and responding to cyber attacks more quickly and effectively. A cloud computing provider might offer security awareness training programs to help its customers safeguard their data and system. A telecommunication company could collaborate with law enforcement to develop a new system for tracking down and prosecuting cyber criminals. A technology university could establish a cybersecurity research center to pioneer new and innovative cybersecurity solutions. In conclusion, cybersecurity is not a concern limited to governments and cybersecurity experts. It is collective responsibility that encompasses the entire nation, holding the tech industry. Together, we must work diligently to safeguard our digital infrastructure, protect our data, and secure our future in this age of technology. I also wish to thank SICRA, the Daily FT, the organizers of this event, for coming together to create an awareness about the importance of cybersecurity in Sri Lanka. They have taken that mantle for this niche sector and has been doing a yeoman service for the past 9 years to educate us of the importance of cybersecurity. Thank you for your attention, and let us all stand united to fortify the digital resilience of Sri Lanka. Thank you very much.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.